And welcome back to Hannity. We are following major breaking news tonight. The Washington Post first reporting tonight, Fox News confirming the Clinton and the DNC. They, after lying for a year, helped finance the research for that fake news anti-Trump dossier. And also breaking minutes ago, Hillary Clinton's former spokesman, Brian Fallon. They're like racing. Perez is the first. I regret I didn't know about Christopher Steele's hiring pre-election. If I had, I would have volunteered to go to Europe and try to help him. Really? Here with reaction is the author of Defeating Jihad, the Make America Great Again coalition chief strategist, former deputy assistant to the president, Sebastian Gorka, Fox News legal analyst, Greg Jarrett. What I always love about you is you come with research on everything. You start where you want. Uranium One, the dossier.
The confidential informant cannot be gagged. The U.S. Supreme Court in a...
But he's been gagged. He has a non-disclosure.
But it does not prevent him from speaking to Congress. The U.S. Supreme Court said so. McGrain versus Doherty is the case. You cannot gag a witness when Congress wants to talk
This
to
is
that
why
witness.
I love Greg Jarrett, for all of you at home. He always knows his stuff. All right, keep going.
All right. The Clinton dossier. What strikes me is that Christopher Steele went to Moscow and talked to the Kremlin and gathered false evidence. The victim
he paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The victim here is the President of the United States now, and Hillary Clinton's campaign in the DNC was apparently paying for this.
For propaganda,
Right.
for lies, for disinformation from the Russians during the campaign. Oh, Robert Mueller, are you awake tonight?
If there's collusion, it's Hillary-Russia collusion, not Trump-Russia collusion.
You know, I've been predicting this, Dr. Gorka, this massive boomerang for a long time. I've known that a lot of this evidence was out there and that it was all coming. And I've been telling my audience, it's coming, it's coming. Now the floodgates are opening, if you will.
It's like the last scene from that great Tom Clancy movie, The Hunt for Red October, where the bad submarine commander launches the torpedo and it comes back and it sinks his own vessel. That's what the Russian collusion story has done for the DNC and for Hillary. Let's stop using the word collusion, because the evidence we now have is about subversion. It's about sabotaging the political process, and it's about propaganda. In the Cold War, the Soviet Union used what was called active measures to undermine our democracy. This is the Democrat Party, this is the Hillary campaign using active measures to undermine Donald Trump and to undermine the democratic process in America. It is a shocking story.
And what really stinks here is Mueller, Rosenstein, Andrew Weissman, and James Comey appear to have covered it all up, the Uranium One deal racketeering scheme of the Russians and money paid to Hillary Clinton and a sleeper agent getting close to Clinton. They never notified Congress. They have a legal duty to notify Congress. Congress would have stopped the sale of the asset.
Why would you ever, especially in light of everything the media and Democrats have been saying about hostile actor Vladimir Putin, who in their right mind would give Vladimir Putin 20% of America's uranium and then all the money that flowed back? It stunk to high heaven from day one. Now we just have the evidence.
There are two things you never sell to the Russians: plutonium and uranium, with which you make nuclear weapons. Right. They have 1,200 strategic nuclear weapons aimed at us right this minute. And we're supplying them the nuclear material.
They all signed off on it. And then all this money flowed back to them, Dr. Gorka.
That's the big part of the story. So the cover-up afterwards, the destruction of evidence, the gag order, that's bad in and of itself. But the fact is, these people who are supposed to be investigating this administration that has done nothing wrong, they were complicit. Hillary Clinton approved this deal. They are making a big deal about $100,000 worth of Facebook ads by Russia, half of which occurred after the election. This isn't $100,000 worth of ads. This is stuff to make nuclear weapons being given to Vladimir Putin. Can we just ingest the enormity of what we're talking about now? This is a massive scandal.
I have said, and I stand by this tonight, they sold out America's national security.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
And there's so much more to come. Let's talk about potential crimes.
Jeff Sessions, who recused himself, you may recall, in his confirmation hearing from anything related to Hillary Clinton, he said it not once, not twice, 3 times, can still appoint a special counsel to investigate Hillary Clinton over Uranium One, her interference on behalf of UBS with the IRS, and received an enormous amount of money to Bill Clinton and their foundation, and arms sales. All of that can be the subject of the special counsel investigation. And while you're at it, let's throw in the email case, because to me as a lawyer, it is a clear case of the violation
Mishandling,
of the Espionage
felony,
Act.
destroying evidence,
Right.
felony, obstruction of justice, deleting, breaking up,
It would be 110 counts based on 110 classified documents.
I want to go back, Dr. Gorka, Bill Clinton's trip. He wanted to ask his own wife's State Department to approve meetings with Russian nuclear officials. Okay, that's insane. Gets double his speaking fee. He is being paid by a bank that has a Renaissance, that has a financial interest in Uranium One. Then he does meet with Vladimir Putin, and his wife signs off on the deal, and then the $145 million kickback. Now, what other evidence do you need to know that they were not putting the security of this country as their first priority?
You don't need it. Look, 108 emails of TSSCI, highest level SAP classification on a private homebrew server. We expect this from the Clintons. They're the most corrupt political clan in modern American history. But the issue is how the establishment dealt with it under the Obama administration. How somebody who was a suspect in that investigation was allowed to be the counsel to Hillary Clinton. How the Blackberries were destroyed, and how the laptops that the FBI had were also destroyed by the federal government. That's a banana republic. We have to have Mueller. Mueller has to be fired, and right now AG Sessions has to have a national security special prosecutor.
Listen, Attorney General needs to wake up now. This is not a game anymore. Our security. Holder, Clinton, Mueller, Rosenstein, they all knew in 2009.
Don't forget
and they
McCabe.
approved the deal, Greg.
And Holder actually sat on the CFIUS committee, if you can believe that.
He was one of the ones that signed off, one of the 9.
Yeah, it was a unanimous decision. Hillary Clinton presides over it.
All right, guys, we'll have you guys back tomorrow, too.